Hey everybody, so what we're going to be doing today is a brick job. We're going to do rotors, brand new rotors and pads on a 78 I think Elcamino. It's got an LS swap in it, and we're going to be doing an oil change as well, so stay tuned, we'll get started. Alright, so what we got on here is a 5 lug. This is a cover, you just grab it, pops right off. The size we're going to use for this, it's a 19 millimeter. We'll get these zipped off real quick. All right, we got the wheel off now. What we got here is a 3/8 drive, but this is also a 3/8 size. Come on. There it is. 3/8 size Allen head. And this is what we're going to use to get these off. This is the little guides that hold this caliper on. And we're going to go ahead and get this off. Little tip though, while you're working, go ahead and turn that wheel to the right on the left side, and then turn it to the left on the right side. Give yourself some room to work. So you grab your little pry bar, about like that, nothing special. Fit it kind of in between the caliper pad and the rotor itself, and just kind of, you can hear it and see that gap. See, now we got a little gap right there. So you'll kind of get to the point to where you've worked enough room between the pad and the rotor itself to make a pretty good gap in there. It's gonna be hard to see. Anyways, after you do that, then you can start pulling it off. Everything will come off nice and easy now. You don't have to fight with it, nothing like that. Normally don't hang it down too low, but in this case it's probably fine. This is what we got. Take these pads out, and see that right there, that's what's applying the pressure to your pad and then to the rotor itself. So all you're trying to do is get you a screwdriver or a pry bar and try to push that thing back in there. I've got a tool that I can get this thing even farther in there that I might show you here in a minute, just in case you don't have enough clearance when you're trying to put it all back together. All right, this is the tool I was just talking about. They make some fancy ones that you know, just squeeze the trigger and pump it up and it does it, but I don't really want to spend the money on all that. Ain't kind of no point. If you can see right there, it's kind of just barely outside, so we'll see what we can get. I mean, this is actually fine probably for what we're doing. My dad wanted me to put new rotors on as well, but he had a change of heart. He just wants pads put on because it's all it's really doing is squeaking. And I'll show you the stuff we're going to put on there to keep it from squeaking. It's supposed to anyway. So you see, as I apply it, it kind of goes back in there a little farther. That's probably as best as it's going to get. All right, so what I've done is I've taken a little wire brush and I've just cleaning all of this surface area right here, really. For that noise he's talking about, you just want to get this all cleaned up. So I done brushed it. I'm gonna show you where to put this little grease on these pads in just a second. All right, as you can see, this is a brand new pad, nothing on it, you know, brand new. And then this is the pad after I get done with it. So this stuff here tells you to, using a wire brush, remove the debris, blah blah blah, contact all metal points. Well, you really don't know what all points on this caliper it touches, right? So you kind of just slide your caliper, I mean, you're not your caliper, I'm sorry, you slide your brake pad in there and you look and say, okay, all of this on this side and underneath here, so that little interior side, that's touching. So everything that's going to be touching, that's what you want to put this stuff on. So basically you just get a little gloop on there and you just go to town, all the surface. And I'm going to do the same thing for the other side. The other side really only touches there, and then the little clip that holds it inside of this plunger right there. All right, this is the results of the inner one. So put it all right here and then a little bit on this piece right there. That's about all you need, really. That's kind of the part that's going to be touching. So we'll just take this and with your clean hand, pop it in there. So that should be good. If I feel like it's going to make some noise down here, I probably will put a little bit, but that's touching the pad part. This piece, I might go back and put a little bit right there and use the wire brush. So I'm gonna do that real quick, but we'll get this thing put back together. All right, so this will be your final product. I used the wire brush, clean that up a little bit, and put some on the inside there on the pad. And then you see it's gooped up there just a little bit on that pad. And so I'll go ahead and get this back on real quick and tightened up, and then we'll get it put back together. All right, so we slapped that caliper back on right there. And these pins, I went ahead and greased them up because they ride on these metal surfaces kind of right here. They guide this caliper. And so I'm just gonna slide these pins back through the holes right here. If I can get them in there. There we go. Got that one in there. Got that one in there. Get it tightened up. I don't want this video to be too long. Just snug them on up. Now you just put your wheel on and put the bolts back on the wheels, and you are done. That's how you do these Elcamino brake pads. And they're quiet. They're gonna be quiet because of all that stuff we put on there.